Now, what are the 5 businesses you can do as a nurse to supplement on your income? We know most nurses earn between 500 to a million shillings. Now, that money is not enough. You need to either get another job to supplement on your income or you start up a business. So, what are the 5 businesses you can do as a nurse to supplement on your income? Yes, so once again, my name is Jacob, and basically on my channel, we talk about jobs, we talk about careers, we talk about employment, we talk about many challenges we face in a health business. So if you are new to this channel, just consider subscribing to my channel. Click a thumbs up if you enjoy my tutorial, and if you have anything you want to comment on my tutorials, just leave a comment right there in the comment section. So one of the simplest businesses you can opt for as a nurse, one which I believe every nurse should have, is to start up a Class C drug shop. Now the Class C drug shop is the simplest business option for you, and I believe every nurse should be having a Class C drug shop, because there are so many places, especially the hard to reach places, which need medical services, and people will lack where to get drugs from. So it's one of those businesses which are very simple to set up. All you need is a very good location. Yeah, a good location is quite very important when you are starting up a Class C drug shop. So if you want to see some of the best locations for you to start up a Class C drug shop, just click up here on my card. I made a big tutorial on the best locations for you for your drug shop and all other businesses. So getting a good location, either near a marketplace or near a public health facility, those are quite very important and very good places which can get you a number of clients to kick off your business. Apart from that, another thing you have to look at is inspection. Most of the procedures for starting up most of these health businesses are the same. You need to have a good location, you need to have your unit inspected, and basically you need to order for license. So you need to have your unit inspected to start up a Class C drug shop. You call in a district drug inspector, they inspect your site before you start up a Class C drug shop. Then after that, you order for your licenses. So basically there are 2 licenses, one for suitability or premises, and another license you order for is a license to allow you operate a Class C drug shop. So basically you just need to be an enrolled nurse. That is the lowest qualification to start up a Class C drug shop. You have to be either an enrolled nurse or a midwife to start up a Class C drug shop. As simple as that. The average amount of money you need to start up a Class C drug shop is only 3 million shillings. Yeah, with the 3 million shillings, you can set up a very good Class C drug shop. Some people go slightly above, or some people low, especially in the village center. They can start with 2.5, but the average amount is 3 million shillings. You can set up a very good Class C drug shop. Yeah, so basically another business you can open up as a nurse to supplement on your income is to start a clinic. Yes, a clinic is one of those ones which can bring in money if you want to do something apart from your daily work at hospital. So basically the procedures for starting most of these health related businesses, they are the same, like a pharmacy, clinic, a drug shop. The procedures are the same. Even a clinic needs a good location. Then after getting a good location, you get a place where you're going to start your clinic. Basically you need at least 4 rooms to start up a clinic. You need a reception, you need a clerk room, you need a laboratory, and an admission area where you can admit your area. So that is just an average clinic. Not this. If you want to put things like dental, antenatal, those delivery services, you need something a little bit more than that. So once you get that place, you get someone from the a district drug inspector. They are the ones who do most of the inspections for clinics and drug shops. So they come and inspect your area. There is a small fee for inspection. So after inspection, you start ordering for your licenses. There is one for suitability or premises, and also one to operate your clinic. So the qualifications to operate a clinic are: you need to be a registered nurse and you practiced in a busy hospital for 10 years. If you are not a registered nurse, you need to be a clinic officer. 4 years of experience are the ones which are needed for you to operate a clinic. Another thing, you need to be a medical officer. 3 years of experience. So those are the cadres needed to operate a clinic. So basically, if you are not of those cadres, let me say you are an enrolled nurse and you want to start up a clinic, another way is you can work with someone who's experienced, or an or a clinic officer, and you start up a clinic. So you can work together and share the income. That's another way if you don't have those qualifications. So basically, you need at least 6 million shillings averagely to start up a good clinic. If you are not going to put those other services like dental and dental, 6 million will be enough for you. So if you want details on how to start a clinic, you need to click on my card up here. I put everything. I've made a big tutorial on how to start up a clinic. So let me say, if you are a midwife, you can start what we call a domiciliary home. For a domiciliary home, the amount is the same and everything is like for a clinic, but you just need to put a place where you can do your antenatal services and where you can do your deliveries. That's the only difference. And another thing, when it comes to license, for a domiciliary clinic, whether it's an enrolled nurse or for a domiciliary clinic, whether it's an enrolled midwife or a registered midwife, both of them, they only need 5 years of experience to start up a domiciliary home. So 5 years of experience, you start up a domiciliary home. So another business you can opt for to boost your income is you can start a retail pharmacy. So for a retail pharmacy, the procedures are the same. Like you need to have a good location, you need to have your unit inspected, you need to order for license. But the difference here, for a retail pharmacy, you need a pharmacist to supervise your pharmacy, and most of these pharmacists will charge you around between 1 to 1.5 million. So they are allowed to supervise 2 pharmacists, so you can get one of them. Sometimes they are hard to get, but nowadays with the mushrooming number of schools releasing out pharmacists, they are not as hard as they used to be. So you can get a pharmacist or one of these ones who have just qualified, and you start up a pharmacy. So the pharmacist will help you process the licenses, register your pharmacy, and they also help you to get the TIN number from URA. So basically, those are the brief things between those are the requirements you need to start up a retail pharmacy, and you need a wide space of around 10 square meters. For a retail pharmacy, only 10 square meters are enough. If you want to a wholesale, you can go up to 15 square meters of size, which you need to operate your retail your pharmacy. But a retail pharmacy, only 10 square meters are recommended for the size of your pharmacy. And other things like drugs, those ones are simple. To fill up a retail pharmacy, you can only need like around 3 to 4 millions. Yes, drugs are very cheap. Drugs on wholesale are very cheap. 3 to 4 million, you can pack your pharmacy very well. So ideal, only 9 to 12 million shillings. It's a starting fee for you to start up a very good retail pharmacy. I hear people there, when they are making their comments, they say, how can you start it at 9 million? My friend, we've seen pharmacies as far as here Mkono, people upgraded from a class C to pharmacy, and they didn't use all those millions of money you people talk about. 9 to 12 million is a starting amount for an average retail pharmacy. If you don't want these fancy furnitures, fancy drawers, 9 to 12, it's a start fee. Nowadays we encourage people to start. Don't wait for those big amounts of money. You need 30 to 20 million to start. If you are waiting for that amount of money, you will never start any business. When you have between 9 to 12 million, it's a starting amount. You can start. All the other money will come later when you started. So just get the money and start up your retail pharmacy. So if you want to see a full tutorial of mine on how to start up a pharmacy. There is a retail pharmacy. I did a full tutorial on how to start up a retail pharmacy. There's a card app here on how to start up a retail pharmacy. Another business you can think about if you want to start your own business as a nurse is to start a nursing home business. I don't know whether most of you have heard about that, but that's one of those businesses which are doing well. In town here, you can start an agency where you team up with nurses of different specialties. Basically, for the target for a nursing home business is that you target patients who are in hospitals and they don't have attendants. Those patients are looking for one-on-one nurses, so they would get a nurse from your ages. Other patients whom you target are patients who are discharged and they need that onward care. So basically, the patients on target are dialysis patients, ICU patients who need ongoing care, orthopedic patients who need to be helped with ambulation, and mothers with neonates who don't know how to take care of neonates. So those are the targets for a home nursing business. So basically, with this business, what you need to do, you create an agency of nurses of different specialties, because patients are going to come in from all types who need specialized nurses. So basically, you make an agency, you give it a name, whether it's Jacob's home nursing business, Massey, whatever name you give it. Then you register your company with the URSB. Yes, there's an agency, URSB, Uganda Registration Service Bureau. Is where you register your agency. You will need a lawyer to register your home nursing business so that it can be recognized. You get a place where you can put it. It's quite a very good business if you are someone who is just starting up. So it's one of those businesses you can think of, and you don't need a lot of money to start up this business. So basically, how does it work? You get a client, the client pays the agency, and you as the agency, you pay the nurse. So let me say they have paid you 100,000 per day. So the 60,000 remains with the company, and you give 40,000 to the nurse. So that's how that business works. And the clientele for such a business is quite big. There are many patients in hospitals who need one-on-one nurses, especially in public centers. There are also patients who are discharged at home and they need that ongoing nursing care. So this is where your company is important. If you want one of my tutorials on how to start up a home nursing business, there's a card up here on how to start up a home nursing business. Well, another business you can think about, especially for tutors, nursing tutors, is to start online classes. We are in a period where taking classrooms in class is not encouraged. So starting up online classes as a tutor is quite important. This is one of those fields which many Ugandan tutors have not explored. You can start online classes. Let me say there are a lot of platforms where you can start doing online classes, teaching all these tutorials. There are a number of online teachers, but there are very few teachers from Uganda having online classes. That's quite a very important business. You can set up classes and you teach any topic to students, and you can charge them on quite a very small fee to access your topics. That's one of those businesses which are booming. I mean, you are a tutor, you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have a Facebook page. Those are platforms where you can get to your students, and there are always fees. There are charged fees for those platforms. If you want your students to access if you want your students to access some of your classes, let me say you're having a lecture on diabetes, you can direct them to your channel. You as a tutor should be having either a YouTube channel, or there's also another app known as Udemy, where they allow teachers to take lectures on that platform, and they share the interests with the owner of that company. So there are many platforms where you can do online classes and you can earn from your online classes. I mean, if you're a Ugandan tutor, why don't you start making lectures on YouTube? Why don't you have a Facebook page for doing your online classes? Why don't you use these platforms like Udemy. There are very many international tutors. They are doing classes which are paid, and there are over 35 million students there who are willing to buy your material on the on those platforms, and you get paid. So we are in an era where online business is the thing. So very few people, tutors in Uganda here, have used that chance of trying out online classes. People are earning money from online. As a tutor, you are doing lectures. Don't limit yourself to classroom lectures. Try to do online classes as a tutor. It's quite a very big way of earning money when you are at home. That's it, guys. So those are my 5 businesses you can do as a nurse. You can try out any of them depending on your income, and you try to make yourself better. Nowadays, working for hospitals alone is not enough. There is a giving you little money which is not enough, so you need to find a way of supplementing on your income.